Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought that I would make a video about all of my Aura Estelle Annie planners that I have tried and used and what I like about them, what things are not necessarily my favorites. So I have a B6 size to tell you about. I have a weeks size, an A6 size, and of course my passport. And I think what I will do is start out with, I think I'll start out with the weeks. So for those of you who don't know, Aura Estelle and Annie Plans Printables, they last year together started making already printed planners. And they're all notebook style planners. And Aura Estelle makes the covers and Annie makes the layouts. So what I want to show you first is this week style planner. It comes in two separate books. One second, I had to pause. My daughter had a question. So this comes in two books. There's 6 months in each book. They are glued in pages and sewn in pages, and the quality of all of their stuff is just really, really amazing. It's Tomoe River paper, and it is around the same size. Let me grab my Hobonichi Weeks. It is around the same size as a regular Weeks. I have the Mega Sneaker. So it's a little bit shorter, as you can see. So if you purchase one of these, you can use any of the Hobonichi covers, the clear covers, the cover-on covers, to go in these or on these. Or even if you have like Salty Katie or any of those shops that make clear covers to go over these, they do fit on these ones. So when you open it up, it's blank on the inside. And then you have 2022, the end of 2022. I believe this one starts in December, right? Of 2000, yeah, this one starts in December of 2023. So you have the end of 2022, you have your 2023 calendar, and then you have the beginning of 2024. Two blank pages. And then it starts right off with your December calendar of the previous year. So December of 2022. And then you have your, so the way it works is I believe she's changed it up a little bit for 2024. I think that she has a little section over here now for your weekly layout. And then she has your days of the week over here, but she has a week. And then you have a blank page for every single day of the week, which I really, really like, because then you have, if you're a one planner kind of person, you really can utilize this planner. If you enjoy the size of a week's, then, and you still want that Japanese paper, then you still have all of that. So then, like I said, you have your weekly layout, you have a box here for this week, and then you have your 7 days. And then, like I said, you go into 7 blank pages. I didn't end up using this one a lot, only because, so this was gifted to me. So I had already started setting up my Weeks Mega. So I didn't really have a need too much for this. So I did do some layouts in it just to try it out and see what I thought of it. So let me show you. So here's what I did. So I used this as a health and wellness planner. So what I did was I wrote down my goals for the week, and then I wrote down how I did with those goals, and then I just used each page for some journaling. And I don't necessarily want to show all of it because some of it's private, but I just used each page to journal. So this week, let me see if I can, yes, so this is blank. So what I did when I set it up was I put the same color washi for every day, and then just another part of a washi on each page. And so that just kind of showed me what week I was in. Let me look. Yeah, see, I didn't really use it a lot because, like I said, I had my Hobonichi Weeks. Not to say that I didn't like this planner. I really did like it, but I had already purchased a Hobonichi Weeks and was using it. So here's like another idea of how I set it up. This was my goal for the week, and then I did what kind of movement I did each day. And these are all Happy Planner stickers, and they fit really well in here. I did have to trim a full page of it, but I just used Happy Planner stickers in it, and I think I might order one of these for 2024. Like I said, her setup has changed a tiny little bit, but I don't think it has changed that much. So Tiki and Annie are really good about listening to what people want in their planners and kind of tweaking and changing things from year to year. So you could easily go to Tiki's website and just see what she has changed in this one. So I will do the A6 next. So like I said, all of the sizes of her planners are the actual real sizes that you find if you Google, you know, say an A6 or a Weeks or a Passport or a B6. I know some shops make theirs a tiny bit bigger or a tiny bit smaller, but what they do is they make them the exact size that they're supposed to be. So when I said Hobonichi covers fit on to her planners, this is an A6 Hobonichi cover. So as you can see, it fits perfectly and has the pen tab if you wanted to use one of these. So I used this one for a little bit. This one was also gifted to me, so I didn't use it a lot. I just tested it out to see what I thought about it, and I stored it for them a little bit. So this one has the end of 2022, beginning of 2024, and then your whole 2023 calendar on here. Because like I said, her dated planners have the end of the previous year, the beginning of the next year, and then your whole calendar in here, which I really enjoy because some people really want to get out of their previous planner in, say, October. And so she'll launch all of those, and you'll have October, November, December, October and November to think about what you want, and then you can set up your next planner in December. So 2 blank pages, just like the weeks was. And then you have your weekly calendar here with a note section on the side. And then with that follows 3 blank pages. So what I did in this planner was I used it as a content planner. And I just used, I think a lot of us have these. It's these Zig Clean Dot highlighters. So on one end there is a dot, and then on the other end is a fine point. So what I chose to do with this planner was I chose to color code it because it is pretty small. So I color coded each thing so that when I looked at my monthly calendar, did I do it in December? I did it a little bit in December. So what I did was I put down like when I actually posted for that shop. Because at the time I was PRing for all of these shops here. So it's easier for me to go in and look at, say, Printpression, because I used a black dot for that, and see when things were due. Because some shops like Printpression, when I was being a brand ambassador for Kane, what he wanted us to do was he had launches. He has launches every Wednesday. So if you follow Kane on Instagram or even on YouTube, you'll see every Wednesday he launches something different. Whether it's just a new YouTube video or it is a new product he's launching, it's always every Wednesday. So he gave us his timeline in our meetings. And so what I did was I wrote all of that down so I would know exactly what I needed to share for each Wednesday of the month of January. And then like I said, I color coded, right? So then I could easily look at this and know what I did for a reel or what I needed to do for stories. I wrote down YouTube ideas. I didn't use this one a ton either. I used this one a lot more than I did use the weeks planner. Again, I did just back here, I did some color coding. And then I started using it a little bit. Oh no, so I actually used it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So not bad. So so these are just some ideas on how I did it. I have this rose colored days washi, and it has the days of the week. So what I decided to do this time was to mark off my YouTube ideas. For a while I was doing a YouTube video every day, and that's just silly. It's just too much work. But that is the A6. This is the B6 Classic Daily, and I used this all the way up until the end of August. This was my memory planner, and I really, really loved this. I used it up until the end of August, and then I jumped into the Passport. This planner here was not gifted to me. I did purchase this one, and I really loved this. My only issue with it was that it was getting so bulky that it was hard to write on the left-hand side. So what I decided to do was jump out of this, and because I was asked to review this planner, what I decided to do was jump out of this and go straight into my Passport, which, as you all know, is now my favorite planner. So on the cover on this is a Lauren Phelps cover. She does a warehouse sale. I want to say she does it once a year. I could be wrong, so if I am, correct me in the comments. But she has a warehouse sale, and I got a bunch of her covers for different planners for like $1.99 each, which is a huge bargain because I think she sells them for, I don't know, $15 for a cover maybe. And underneath this is an LA Florals book tracker. I am a brand ambassador for LA Florals also. I'll link my Instagram on here, and there's a link in my bio for, I have a link in my bio, and you can find all my links for all the shops that I PR and brand ambassador for. And Lauren's is really, she gives my customers a really good discount. If you use my discount, you get free shipping, and sometimes that can be $6 or $7, so that's a pretty good discount. Sometimes if you only spend a couple of bucks, you're only getting, what, 20 cents off. So that's a really good discount. So this is her book tracker. It's a hand watercolored book tracker, and I just stuck that under there as some decoration. So I can't really show all of this because there's a lot of really personal things in here, but I can show how I started out in this and how it's going, or how I finished in it. So I printed out this on a piece of clear sticker paper and just stuck it in here, and I really loved this. Really resonated with me. And then in here is also a card that my husband gave me, and I just kind of kept that in here so that I would have that as a memory. Just some washi in the beginning. So again, Tiki always puts all of her calendars in the beginning, and because the B6 is so large, you have the previous year calendar, you have the year you're in, you have next year's calendar, and then the following year also. So that's really nice to be able to see. In the beginning, you have 4 pages of these blank columns. There's a header at the top and then a blank column. These are from See Amy Draw. What I did when I set it up in December was I put all of those in, and what I used mine for in the beginning was to track. I was doing, who is this? Primrose Corner. I was doing Primrose Corner's Patreon rewards. And if you do her highest Patreon rewards, you always get 2 rolls of washi, and then, I don't know, I think like 4 sets of sticker sheets and a journaling card. And so I was tracking the washi in there, and then I fell off the wagon, like I said, with using this planner. And then you have a month. And then after the month, you have 2 blank pages. So what I used mine for was just a sticker a day. And then I did sort of how I wanted my month to look, what was anything important for the month. So that could be important dates, or Maybe you have important meetings, or I used it as kind of affirmations that I wanted to tell myself that month. I had goals that I had set, and then I had a currently list, what I was listening to, what I was watching, what I'm saving for, dreaming for, eating, drinking, reading, planning, and collecting. And then I just used some stickers over here and some stamps to kind of highlight what my month was, how my month went. And then again, like I said, sticker a day. And then I started doing the stationery stockpile challenge. And what I did each time was I just tipped in a laminate sheet that I ran through my laminator, and I did whatever the month was. So I believe this one, so February was pinks and reds, and so that's how I did that. These are all Happy Planner stickers. So yeah, and like I said, a lot of it's kind of personal, so I can't necessarily show you a lot of what's in here. But let's see. So this is my memory planner, but I also used it for journaling. So it's kind of light, but you have, so she sells washi tape that fits right in here. So this is your weekly layout, and then you have 7 blank pages. So if you are a journaler, this is a really, really great notebook to have. It's Tomoe River paper. I would say it's a lot like Stalogy paper. It's thicker than Hobonichi paper. I really like it. It's great for fountain pens. It's great for any kind of pen. Let me see. Yeah, I can share this. So this is a typical layout of how I did things. And then, yes, I can share this also. This is a typical layout of how I did my week. I really love clear stickers in here. These are from Bare Necessities Sticker Co. And then, of course, my grandbaby is in here. I don't really want to show much. Let me see if I can show this. So here's a couple more pages. So just some ideas on how I used it. And then you all know how much I love this passport planner, because I have been using this since September, and I love this system. I can't say enough how much I love it. It's really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? It works for me. I use it as a wallet. If you have watched my previous 2 YouTube videos, I talk a lot about how it's functional. That's the word. It's a very functional planner. And I don't know that I've ever had a functional planner since I stopped working in 2020. For years before that, I had a management position where I needed to keep track of 25, give or take, people. And so my planners were very functional then. And then I left my career to stay home with my granddaughter in 2020. I think a lot of us left our careers then. And my life, all of our lives changed. And so my planners became more just for fun, just for memory keeping. And this year I have found that I need to do more functional planning, and I was struggling with how to do that. And my Hobonichi Weeks was working for me for a while, but I keep saying previous videos, but if you do watch my previous videos, you'll see that I jumped out of this, and only because it just got so thick, again, that it was so hard to write on the left-hand side. So what I love about this passport system is that when you're done, you can just pull out this notebook and you can add in another. And this is Annie Plans and or Estelle again. And so what I do is I go on to Annie's website and I download other inserts that work for me, because this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notebooks in here. This plastic cover, and then this Traveler's Company wallet, and all of my cards, and it's not bulky in any way. So you can add so much into this. So if you don't want to buy all of the pre-made notebooks, you can easily go on to Annie's website and you can download more notebooks and then just cut them yourself. The key to cutting traveler's notebooks is when you cut your top edge and your bottom edge, and then you fold it. So you fold it in half, and the last thing you do is you cut your right edge so that it's all completely even. So if that makes sense, great. If it doesn't, you can ask me in a comment down below exactly what I mean. And maybe what I can do is I can do a setup video on how I print and cut my inserts. So anyway, what I like is that these are removable, right? So this is part memory planning, part keeping a schedule. What I do is I use these dot grid markers again, and I run a home daycare. So what I do is I write down our schedule this way. Because if you look here, you can see that there's a timeline on here from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And so I write down when my kiddos are going to be coming and going. So I also have my meal plan on this one. And then I could even write in, if I wanted to, I could even write in here what my grocery list is. And I have to have it with me anyways because it's my wallet. So what I enjoy is that I can take these out, and I'm going to buy from Traveler's Company. They have a binder that I believe holds 6 little notebooks. So I can pull these out, put 6 of them in a binder, and at the end of the year, I'll only have 2 binders full of these little books. Some people get really concerned about having too much stuff at the end of the year, but if you think about having 12 of these little notebooks, all you really have to do is buy 2 binders, and then you'll really only have two books to stash away. So when you order your notebooks from Estelle from Tiki's website, you get 3 monthly notebooks. So you get 3 monthly notebooks, and then you get a blank grid notebook. So I have tucked the blank grid notebook into the back here. And then I have, so September and October were in here. And then when September was done, I pulled September out and I decorated November and put November in. And I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to write down anything, be able to really utilize these calendars because they're so small. But I have a 0.4 Clenna in here, and no, it's not in here, it's September. So I have a 0.4 Clenna, and as you can see, I've been able to write everything that I need to write down in this planner. So that's what I have. Oh, you know what? I have one more. I did get this for next year. This is the B6 Complete Weekly B6 Complete Weekly Vertical. B6 Complete Weekly Vertical. Undated. Undated is my favorite because if you like to rotate your planners like me, I don't call it planner hopping anymore. I call it rotating my planners. So it has this really pretty pink cover, and it is a lot like a Stalogy cover, if you're wondering. She always sends idea sheets in all of her planners. So this is how you can also use those monthly pages in the beginning. And then she sends ideas on how you can use it. So I bought this set of washi to go with this planner. It's the neutrals, and it's days of the week covers. I'll show you how I'll use that. So 2023, 24, 25, 26. So just like I said in all of her other planners, 2 blank pages. And then there are those monthly, so like I said, a monthly header. So there are 4 pages of the monthly headers. This one though, as you can see, has numbers 1 through 31 on each one. So what you can do is you can write things in. Like if you want to use this as a book tracker, you could write in every single book you've done. If you want to use this as a health and wellness tracker, you could write down every workout you did that day. Just a couple of ideas on how you could use that. 2 more blank pages, and then it goes into her monthly calendars. 2 blank pages, and then all the calendars. So obviously that goes for 12 months. I guess I shouldn't say obviously, because some planners do not go for 12 months. Some are only 6. Let's get to our weekly. So this is the weekly. So it has a column for this week, and then it has your Monday through Sunday on here. What I really enjoy about this planner is that Saturday and Sunday each have a full column, because this is going to be my catch-all memory planner. I'm going to use these to cover this up. Not that it's unattractive, but I want to decorate it because it's my memory planner. So it goes through the whole planner that way. These ones are discounted in her shop, in the Aura Estelle shop. These are only like $19.99, I think. I think one of the columns is too small or something. I can't see it, but I'm sure if you're a fanatic about sizing, you might find it. But this is going to be my catch-all memory planner for next year. And I'm really thinking I also might buy the weekly. I haven't decided that yet. I did purchase the Sweet Freckle Designs weekly, and I have a cover for it, and I have some stickers for it, but I'm really starting to lean towards the Aura Estelle weekly because it's 2 books. So that's what I have for Aura Estelle, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if you loved my video, please give me a thumbs up and share. Thanks.